Hi Kurt Soriano. Okay, hi guys, live tayo ngayon. So, try nating mag-live ngayon dito sa YouTube. So, ang topic natin for this live is integral calculus. So, magsasolve tayo ng different problems all about integral calculus. So, kung nagtitake kayo ngayon ng integral, so, nood lang kayo dito sa live. Okay? So, let's solve some problems. So, let's start with the basic problems in integral. So, evaluate the integral of x squared dx. Okay, so how can we evaluate the integral of x squared dx? So, madali lang siya. Meron lang tayong gagamiting formula dito, yung power formula for integral, right? So, integral of x raised to n dx is equal to x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c, where n should not be equal to negative 1. Okay, so therefore, we have n equal to what? So the exponent of x, which is 2. So if we apply this formula, we can evaluate the integral as x raised to, so n plus 1, so add 1 to the exponent, divided by n plus 1, so still n plus 1. And then, don't forget the plus c. Okay, kapag meron kayong indefinite integral, wala kayong limit of integration, lower at upper limit. So, laging merong plus c sa final answer. So, simplify nyo na lang, x raised to 2 plus 1, it's the same as x cubed, divided by 2 plus 1 is 3. Then, plus c. So, this is the final answer. Okay, so this is the basic formula for integral, the power rule. So, integral of x raised to n dx is equal to x raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. N should not be equal to negative 1. Okay, so let's have the second problem. Evaluate the integral of 2x raised to 1/2 plus x quantity dx. So, if we have more than one term, in this problem we have two terms, right? 2x raised to 1/2 plus x dx. So, we can distribute the integral symbol together with the dx. So, we can integrate term by term. Okay? So, we can have integral of 2x raised to 1/2 plus integral of x dx. And then we have a property that when we have a constant in the integral, okay, sorry, don't forget the dx here. Nakalimutan ko yung dx. Okay. When you have a constant here, you can just put it dito sa gilid ng integral. So, you can write it as 2 integral of x raised to 1/2 dx plus integral of x dx. Okay? So, you can use power formula to evaluate each of the integral. So, this time for the first integral, meron kang n is equal to 1/2, right? So, to evaluate this integral, copy the constant 2, and then x raised to, so 1/2 plus 1 over n plus 1, so 1/2 plus 1. Plus, and for this integral, so this time, what's the exponent of your x? It's 1, right? So, the invisible 1. So, applying power formula, you have x raised to, this time, 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1. Then, plus c. So, simplify, we have 2 times x raised to, what is 1/2 plus 1? 1 and 1/2, right? Or, in improper fraction, it's 3 halves. Divided by 1 half plus 1 is also 3 halves. Plus, x raised to 1 plus 1 is 2. Divided by 1 plus 1, 2. Plus c. And then, simplify this fraction. So, you have 2 times. So, you need to multiply 2 by the reciprocal of this 3 halves. So, what's the reciprocal of 3 halves? 2/3. X raised to 3 halves plus x squared over 2 plus c. And then, multiply 2 times 2/3, 4/3. X raised to 3 halves plus x squared over 2 plus c. Okay, so this is the final answer. Okay, so let's have the third problem. So let's evaluate the integral of x square root of x dx. So how can we evaluate this integral? So first, kapag meron kayong mga radical, in this example, we have square root of x, right? Transform nyo muna into fractional exponent. So square root of x is the same as x raised to 1 half, right? So integral of x times square root of x is x raised to 1 half dx. Okay? And then, apply multiplication, law of exponent. They have the same base of x. So this x has an exponent of 1. So we can combine it as, or we can multiply them as x raised to. So you need to add the exponents, right? So integral of x raised to, so what is 1 plus 1 half? 1 and 1 half, or in improper fraction, 3 halves. Okay, dx. So we can evaluate this integral using power formula again. So it will be x raised to 3 halves plus 1 divided by n plus 1, so 3 halves plus 1, and then plus c. So simplify, 3 halves plus 1, it's 1 and 3 halves, or 5 halves, right? So therefore, it is equal to x raised to 5 halves divided by 5 halves plus c. And then simplify, so this 5 halves in the denominator, you will get its reciprocal. So it will become 2/5 times x raised to 5 halves plus c. So this is the final answer. Okay, so this is our problem number 3. Okay, let's have the fourth problem. So try nyo ring mag-solve and then verify nyo kung magtatama yung sagot natin. Okay, so problem number 4 tayo. So live tayo ngayon. Ang topic is all about integral calculus. Integral of dx over fifth root of x. Okay, so how can we evaluate this integral of dx over fifth root of x? So again, kapag meron kayong radical, i-transform nyo into fractional exponent. Kasi meron tayong fifth root of x. So if you transform that in terms of fractional exponent, you have dx over fifth root of x is the same as x raised to 1/5. Okay, recall your radicals. And then what can we do next? So this x raised to 1/5 is in the denominator. So if you apply the negative law of exponent, so x raised to negative m, it is equal to what? 1 over x raised to m. Okay, so if we apply this law of exponent in our integral, we can write it as integral of x raised to negative 1/5. Okay, dx. So that we can evaluate this integral using power formula. Your n is negative 1/5. So therefore, the value of this integral is x raised to negative 1/5 plus 1 divided by negative 1/5 plus 1 plus c. Okay? So, simplifying, we have x raised to, what is negative 1/5 plus 1? It is 4/5, right? Divided by negative 1/5 plus 1, also 4/5 plus c. And then, simplifying further, you get the reciprocal of this denominator. So, the reciprocal of 4/5 is 5/4 x raised to 4/5 plus c. So, this is the final answer. Okay, good evening sa ating mga viewers. So, sa 21 viewers, so shout out. So, shout out kay Kurt Soriano, Dexter Dreo, Maria Cristina Ermino, Medina Rimar, Josh, Sir Michael G. What kind of device? So, ang device ko is iPad at ang app is Notability. Okay. Kay Adolf Miguel Balolong. Okay. Shout out sa ating viewers. So, let's solve more examples. So, let's have problem number 5. So, ang live natin ngayon is integral calculus. So, kung nagtitake kayo ng integral calculus, so, magagamit nyo to. Integral of 3x squared minus 2 square root of x divided by x dx. Okay, so this time, what can we do first is we can distribute the exponent of x sa bawat term sa numerator. So we have integral of 3x squared divided by x, right? Minus 2 square root of x divided by x dx. And then, apply law of exponents. So, simplify 3x squared over x. So, you can just cancel na lang itong x sa denominator at isang x dito sa numerator. So, it will become x to the first, right? So, integral of 3x na lang minus, how about for this part? So, again, you have a radical which is a square root of x. If you transform that in terms of fractional exponent, it is x raised to 1/2, right? Divided by x dx. So how can you simplify this x raised to 1/2 divided by x? So you can apply law of exponents. So this time, you can apply division law. X raised to m divided by x raised to n, it's equal to x raised to m minus n. So you will just subtract the exponent and copy the same base. So you have 2 times, copy the same base x. So this x in the denominator has an exponent of 1. So if you subtract the exponent of the numerator minus the denominator, what is 1/2 minus 1? Okay. it's negative 1/2. Dx. And then, you can distribute the integral symbol, okay, together with the dx so that you can integrate term by term. So, you have this constant of 3. Lagay ko lang sa gilid ng integral kasi constant lang naman siya. So, you have 3 integral of x dx minus 2 again is constant. So, gilid nyo lang. Then, integral of x raised to negative 1/2 dx. So, apply power formula. Okay, for this one, we have 3x raised to 2 over 2. Right? Exponent of this is 1. Then, minus 2. Or, let's evaluate now. So, it will be x raised to what? So, negative 1/2 plus 1, positive 1/2, right? Divided by negative 1/2 plus 1, also 1/2. Plus c. Okay, and then simplify. So, you have 3 halves x squared minus. So, how will you simplify this 1/2? So, 2 times the reciprocal of 1/2, it's 2 over 1. Okay? Then, x raised to 1/2 plus c. So, simplify. You have 3 halves x squared minus 2 times 2 is 4. Then, x raised to 1/2 it's the same as square root of x plus c. Okay, so therefore, this is the final answer. Okay. So, good evening to our 20 viewers. So, shout out sa inyo. So, hi Cindy Galo Medrano. Hi Red Flame. Hi Jericho Del Castillo. Kemuel Escalante. And back to Christopher S. Okay, so solve pa tayo more problems. So, ang live natin is all about integral calculus. So, more on mga indefinite integrals ang sasolve natin. So, magsisimula muna tayo sa mga basic integrals. Okay? So, may integral calculus subject kayo ngayon. So, node lang kayo dito para makapag-practice din kayo, or pwede nyo rin kasi akong sabayang mag-solve habang nagtuturo ako kung magtatali yung mga answers natin. Okay, so solve din kayo while tinuturo ko yung problem. Okay, so problem number 6. So let's have integral of x to the 4th minus 3x squared plus x divided by x dx. Okay, so this time, we can also apply distributive property. So we can distribute the denominator x sa bawat term ng numerator. So we will have integral of x to the 4th divided by x minus 3x squared divided by x plus x divided by x. Okay, and then simplify. So, x to the 4th divided by x. So, cancel the x. X to the 4th becomes x cubed. So, you have x cubed, then minus 3. Then, x squared divided by x. Cancel x. X squared becomes x. So, you will have x na lang. Plus x over x. So, cancel. Just 1. Dx. Okay? And then, distribute the integral symbol so that we can integrate term by term. So, we have integral of x cubed dx minus 3, constant, igigilid nyo, integral of x dx plus 1, or simply integral of dx. So, we can apply power rule to every term. So, for the first integral, we simply have x to the 4th over 4 minus 3. How about integral of x dx? X squared over 2. And lastly, integral of dx. So, what is integral of dx? So, we have a formula that integral of dx is equal to x plus c. So, paano naging x yung integral ng dx? So, if we can apply power rule, remember, this dx, this integral means that we have a constant 1 here, right? And if you represent 1 in terms of base x raised to certain exponent, it should be x raised to 0, right? So therefore, applying power formula, evaluate the integral of x raised to 0 dx or equivalently integral of 1 dx, right? It is x raised to 0 plus 1 divided by 0 plus 1. So you have x raised to 1 over 1 or simply x. So kaya ang integral ng dx is laging x. Okay, so therefore we have plus x here. And then don't forget the plus c. So this will be your final answer. Okay? Okay, good evening. Shout out to our 28 viewers. Okay. Hi, Jopper Chandel, Pat. Okay, so tama si Backtool Christopher. Okay, very good. So, live tayo. Ang live natin, ang topic is all about integral calculus. Okay, so let's have the 7th problem. Okay. Integral of 2x plus 5 times x squared plus 5x raised to the 7th dx. Okay, so how can we evaluate this integral? So this time, hindi na natin pwedeng ma-apply yung direct formula, right? Kasi complicated na yung integral natin. Meron ka ng x squared plus 5x na naka-raise sa 7th. Right? Hindi mo naman pwedeng i-expand kasi napakahabang process yon, right? So this time, mag-i-introduce ngayon tayo ng another variable. So gagamit tayo ng U-substitution. Okay? So gumagamit tayo ng U-substitution para ma-transform natin yung integrand in a simpler expression. Okay? At para magamit natin yung mga existing formula. Okay? So, paano mag-priority kung ano yung ile-let you natin sa expression. So, i-priority nyo yung ile-let you nyo doon sa integrand na kung ano yung mas complicated. So, for example, itong 2x plus 5 as a quantity, tapos itong x squared plus 5x as a quantity. So, mapapansin nyo, mas complicated itong part na to, right? Kasi, naka-raise siya sa 7. Ito, naka-raise lang sa 1. So, may isip natin na mas magandang i-let you itong x squared plus 5x, right? And also, another priority sa pag-let you is, iisipin nyo na kapag ba nilet you nyo yung expression dun sa integrand is, kapag dinifferentiate nyo both sides, mapaproduce nyo ba yung other terms or expression doon sa integrand? So, for example, so nilet you natin itong x squared plus 5x, di ba? Kasi kailangan natin kuhain yung derivative ng both sides after nating mag-let you. Okay? Tapos, kapag din-differentiate nyo at nakita nyo na merong nagayang expression, itong right side natin doon sa remaining expression sa integrand, then ibig sabihin, tama yung pag-use substitution nyo. Ibig sabihin, mapapaiksi natin yung integral natin. Okay? So, sige. Next step is, di ba, i-differentiate na natin. So, derivative of u, 1, right? Tapos, lalagyan nyo ng differential. So, kung ano man yung variable, u, right? Lagyan nyo lang ng du. Or, kahit hindi nyo na isulat yung 1, pinakita ko lang na derivative ng u is 1. So, automatic lagyan nyo na lang du. Okay? And then, how can you differentiate x squared plus 5x? So, differentiate it term by term. So, this time, kailangan natin ng knowledge sa integral, sa differential calculus, yung mga derivatives nyo. So, anong derivative ng x squared? So, alalahanin nyo, i-bring down nyo lang yung exponent na 2. Okay? And then x, copy. Then subtract 1 from the exponent. So, 2 minus 1, 1. Or simply, x. Right? Plus, how about derivative ng 5x? So, yung 5, constant lang. Ang pinaka-i-differentiate nyo lang talaga is x. Derivative of x is 1. Okay, and then, don't forget, kung dito sa right side, dito sa left side is naglagay kayo ng differential, lalagyan nyo rin ng differential itong left side. Kung ano yung variable nyo, lagyan nyo rin ng differential in terms of that variable, dx. Okay? So, simplify nyo. So, du is equal to 2x plus 5 dx. Okay? So, ano napansin natin? Kung babalikan natin yung integral, 'di ba meron kayong expression na 2x plus 5 and multiplied by dx. So, na-create natin yon dito, right? Okay? Saan na lang siya equivalent? Sa du. Okay? Ibig sabihin, napaiksi natin itong expression na to, 2x plus 5 dx as simply du. So, pag sinubstitute na natin, we have integral of, so let's start with x squared plus 5x. Ano yung x squared plus 5x? We let that as u, right? And then, meron kang exponent na 7. Times, so what is 2x plus 5 dx now? For this expression, du. Okay? So, napaiksi natin yung integral, which is naging u to the 7th du. And then, applicable na rin yung power formula natin. Right? So, pwede na natin tong i-integrate. So, ano integral ng u to the 7th du? U to the 8, add kayo ng 1 sa exponent, divided by 7 plus 1, or 8. Okay? Plus c. And then, don't forget, lagi nyong ibabalik yung variable na u in terms of x. So, it is x squared plus 5x. So, therefore, 1, substitute nyo lang itong u. So, x squared plus 5x raised to what? Raised to 8. Okay? Divided by 8. Or kahit gawin nyo na lang 1/8 times this expression plus c. Okay? So, this is the final answer. Okay, so sige. Solve pa tayong problem. So far, nakaka-solve na tayo ng 7 problems. So, mga basic pa lang muna tayo. Later on, kapag nag-live pa tayo ng more topics about integral, pupunta na tayo sa mga advanced. Okay, so sige. 8th problem. Integral of 3 minus x raised to the 10th dx. So again, we cannot apply directly the power rule, right? Because we have 3 minus x raised to 10. We don't have a direct formula here, right? So what can we do is, we can use again U-substitution. Okay? So, if we let u be equal to what? So, wala namang other complicated expression, but ito lang, 3 minus x. Okay? Kasi naka-raise siya sa 10. So, kung ililet u natin, itong 3 minus x, okay? And then, kuhain natin yung derivative of both sides. So, derivative of u, du. Okay? Derivative of 3 minus x, so differentiate natin term by term. Anong derivative ng 3? Constant yan, so derivative ng constant is 0, minus derivative ng x, 1, right? Then, don't forget dx. Okay? So, simplify, you have du is equal, what is 0 minus 1? Negative 1 times dx, so simply, negative dx. Okay? Now, look, tignan nyo yung original integral. So, meron kayong dx, right? So, dito sa na-derive natin, naka-create na rin tayo ng dx, pero meron nga lang siyang negative. Right? Kasi wala tayong negative dito sa original integral natin, sabihin, ayaw nating magka-negative yung expression sa dx. So, para mawala yung negative, gawin natin is, pwede nating i-divide both sides by negative 1, or pwede rin, multiply nyo both sides by negative 1. Okay, so magiging ano na to, du over negative 1, negative du. Okay, and cancel the negative, you now have dx. So, pwede nyo nang ipalit. So, substitute nyo na. So, you will have integral of, so, start tayo sa 3 minus x. Ano yung 3 minus x? U. Okay? Then, raised to 10. Then, what is dx? In terms of du, it's negative du. Okay? And then, this negative, it means it's a constant of negative 1, right? So, when you have a constant, pwede nyo lang igilid dito. So, magiging negative integral of u to the 10th du. Okay, so integrable na to, power formula. So, negative, what's the integral of u to the 10th? U to the 11 over 11. Okay? Then, don't forget the plus c. Then, huwag niyong kalimutang ibalik yung u in terms of substitution, which is 3 minus x. So, the final answer will be negative 3 minus x raised to 11 divided by 11 plus c. So, this is the final answer. Okay, so try din kayong mag-solve. So, nakikita ko nagtatry mag-solve si Sir Michael G. Okay, maganda yan. So, good evening to our 22 viewers. So, live tayo ngayon. Ang topic natin is all about integral calculus. So, let's have the 9th problem. Integral of the square root of 7x plus 9 dx. So, we have a square root. So, the first step is, what did I say? Kung meron kayong mga radical, i-transform nyo in terms of fractional exponent. So, transform ko muna itong square root of 7x plus 9 as 7x plus 9 quantity raised to 1/2. Okay? So again, we cannot apply the power formula directly. So we can apply first U-substitution. So if we let U be equal to what? So obviously, wala naman tayong ibang expression kundi itong 7x plus 9, right? So let U be equal to 7x plus 9. And the next step is, kailangan natin kuhain yung derivative of both sides. So, derivative of u, du. And what is the derivative of 7x plus 9? So, derivative of 7x, 7. Plus, what's the derivative of 9? 0. Okay? Then, don't forget the dx. So, therefore, you have du is equal to 7 plus 0 dx, or simply 7 dx. Okay? Now, check nyo yung original integral. So, meron kayong dx dito. Right? So, dx lang yung gusto nyo kasi yun lang nandoon sa original integral. So, ayaw nyo ng 7 na nakamultiply sa dx. So, divide nyo both sides by 7. So, magiging du over 7 is equal to simply cancel nyo yung 7 dx. Okay, so pwede nyo nang ipalit. So, substitute nyo na. Meron tayong integral of, so 7x plus 9, u, right? So, u raised to 1/2. Okay, so u raised to 1/2. Then, what is dx? Dx is du over 7. So, this 1 over 7 is constant. So, anong ginagawa? Ginigilid lang natin yan, di ba? So, we have 1/7 integral of u to the 1/2 du. Okay, and then, you can now apply power rule. So, 1/7, what's the integral of u raised to 1/2 du? u raised to, so add 1 to the exponent, 1 half plus 1, 1 and 1 half, or in improper, it's 3 halves. Divided by 1 half plus 1 also, 3 halves. Plus c. Okay, and then simplify. So, you will have 1/7 times the reciprocal of 3 halves, 2/3. Okay? Then, u raised to 3 halves. Okay, and then, multiply 1/7 times 2/3. 2 over 21. And then, you can transform back the u in terms of x. It's 7x plus 9. So, 7x plus 9 raised to 3 halves plus c. Okay, so this is the final answer. Okay, so pwede rin yon yung 2 over 21 square root of 7x plus 9 to the third plus c. Okay? So, problem number 9. Okay, so good evening sa ating 24 viewers. So, live tayo ngayon. So, first time lang naman natin mag-live ngayon dito sa YouTube. So, ang topic natin is all about integral calculus. Okay, so trial lang tong live natin. So, let's have problem number 10. Integral of x cubed divided by 1 plus x to the fourth raised to 1/3 dx. Okay, so this time we have integral of x cubed over quantity 1 plus x to the fourth raised to 1/3 dx. Okay, so we can apply again U-substitution. So what do you think is the best U that we can have? So obviously, the more complicated expression is wait, naglalag yung ating ano. If we can let u be equal to, so the more complicated is actually this 1 plus x to the fourth, and it is raised to 1 because it is raised to 1/3. And what do you notice? Aside from that, we have x cubed dx term on the integral. So therefore, it's really proper that we let u be equal to 1 plus x to the fourth, because when we get the derivative of both sides, for this term, when you get the derivative, you will create this x cubed term, right? Okay? So therefore, this is our proper u substitution. And then, getting the derivative now of both sides, anong derivative ng u? du. Anong derivative ng 1 plus x to the fourth? So, differentiate nyo term by term. Anong derivative ng 1? Constant lang yan. So, derivative is 0. Plus, anong derivative ng x to the fourth? So, power rule. Bring down the exponent 4. X raised, subtract 1 from 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay? Times dx. So, simplify. You have du is equal to simply 4x cubed dx. Okay? Now, if you look at the original integral, so meron kang x cubed dx, di ba? So, na-produce natin yon dito. Ito na yon. Okay? So, ayaw lang natin ng 4 kasi wala namang 4 dito sa original integral natin. So, divide lang natin both sides by 4 para ma-eliminate. So, magiging du over 4 is equal, so cancel, x cubed dx. Okay, so pwede na natin i-substitute. Sige, substitute natin. So, magiging integral of, so, dito sa x cubed dx nga, equal na yan saan? Du over 4, right? So, du over 4, and then we have over 1 plus x to the fourth raised to 1/3. So, ano yung 1 plus x to the fourth? Diba u? Okay. So, we have over u, and then naka-raise siya sa 1/3. Okay. Now, let's put the constant sa gilid. Itong 1/4 constant lang yan, di ba? So, igilid nyo na lang. So, magiging 1/4 integral of du over u to the 1/3. Okay? So, let's just apply first law of negative exponent kasi nasa denominator yung u raised to 1/3. So, pwede natin itong i-rewrite as 1/4 integral of u to the negative 1/3. Right? Law of negative exponent. So, you can now evaluate the integral by applying power rule. Okay? Your n is negative 1/3. So, you have 1/4, okay, times u raised to, so negative 1/3, you will add 1, right, over negative 1/3 plus 1. So, it's plus c. So, it will be 1/4 times u, negative 1/3 plus 1, 2/3, right? Divided by negative 1/3 plus 1 is also 2/3. Okay? Plus c. And then, just simplify the fraction. So, you have 1/4 times. So, this 2/3, you must get the reciprocal and multiply it by 1/4. So, 1/4 times 3/2. U to the 2/3. Okay? Plus c. And then, multiply 1/4 times 3/2. 3/8, right? U to the 2/3 plus c. And then, transform nyo na back itong u in terms of x. So, anong substitution natin? 1 plus x to the 4th. Okay, so finally, we have 3/8, 1 plus x to the 4th raised to 2/3 plus c. Okay, so this is our 10th problem. Okay, so good evening to sa ating 26 viewers. So live tayo. Ang live natin is all about integral calculus. So kung meron kayong integral calculus subject ngayon, node lang kayo dito. Okay? So sige, let's have 11 problem. So try din kayong mag-solve. So nakita ko sa comment section, meron nagso-solve. Sige, shout out sa mga nagso-solve kay Sir Michael G, kay Backtool Christopher, and Harrison. Yan, very good. Okay, so let's have the 11th problem. Integral of t squared dt over square root of a cube plus t cube Okay, so 11 problem. So evaluate the integral of t squared dt over square root of a cube plus t squared where a is constant. Okay, so again, first step, kapag may mga radical, may square root. Okay, gawin nating fractional exponent. So, t squared dt over, so itong square root of a cube plus t squared magiging a cube plus t squared raised to 1/2, right? So, obviously, gagamit tayo ng U-substitution. So, anong ilalet yun natin? Etong a cube plus t squared. Kasi nakari siya sa 1/2, so mas complicated siya. And then, sorry, this should be t cube pala. Baguhin ko. T cube. Okay? So, kapag ito yung niletso natin, dahil meron din tayong t squared dt sa numerator, ibig sabihin, pag differentiate natin, both sides, makakaproduce tayo ng t squared dt para from this term t cube. Okay? So, therefore, tama yung U-substitution natin. So, get the derivative of both sides, derivative of u, du. Okay? How about the derivative of a cube? So, constant is a is constant, so the derivative of constant is 0, right? Plus, derivative of t cube. Power formula, 3t squared. Okay? Then, don't forget dt. So, simply, we have du is equal to 3t squared dt. Okay? Now, we have created this expression. T squared dt is now equivalent to this term, right? But, we don't want the 3 here, so we can divide both sides by 3. Okay, so therefore, you have du over 3 is equal to cancel t squared dt. So, we can now substitute. Okay, so we will have integral of what is t squared dt? It's just du over 3. Okay, and then, what is a cube plus t cube? U, right? And it is raised to 1/2. Okay, so this 1/3 on the numerator is constant. So, gilid nyo na lang. So, magiging 1/3 integral of du over u raised to 1/2. And then, applying negative law of exponent, it's the same as what? 1/3 integral of, etong 1 over u to the 1/2, the same yan sa u raised to negative 1/2. Okay? Plus du plus c. And then, apply power rule na kasi integrable na to, di ba? 1/3 times, ano integral ng u to the negative 1/2 du? U raised to what? So, negative 1/2 plus 1, 1/2. Okay? Over, negative 1/2 plus 1 then, 1/2. Plus c. And then, simplify the fraction. So, 1/3 times reciprocal of 1/2, 2 over 1. U raised to 1/2 plus c. So, 1/3 times 2 over 1, 2/3. U raised to 1/2 plus c. And then, you can transform back the u in terms of x. So, it is equal to a cube plus t cube. So, the final answer will be 2/3 times a cube plus t cube raised to 1/2 plus c. Or you can write raised to 1/2 as radical. 2/3 is square root of a cube plus t cube plus c. Okay, so this will be our this is our 11th problem. Okay, good evening sa ating 28 viewers. So, live tayo ngayon. Ang live natin is all about integral calculus. Okay, more on basic integration. Okay, so let's have the 12th problem. Okay, evaluate the integral of x squared plus 2x plus 1 divided by 2x cubed plus 6x squared plus 6x plus 7 quantity raised to 1/3 dx. Okay, so paano natin i-evaluate itong integral? So, you have integral of x squared plus 2x plus 1 over 2x cubed plus 6x squared plus 6x plus 7 raised to 1/3. Again, we can apply U-substitution first. So, what is the more complicated expression? Obviously, this one, right? Because it is raised to 1/3. So, let U be equal to 2x cubed plus 6x squared plus 6x plus 7. Okay, and then the next step, get the derivative of both sides. So, derivative of u, du. What is the derivative of the right side? So, term by term, differentiate. Derivative of 2x cubed is 2 times 3x squared, right? Plus, derivative of 6x squared, 6 times 2x. Plus, derivative of 6x, 6 times 1. Plus, derivative of 7, constant, 0. Then, multiply everything by dx. So, you have du is equal, so simplify, 2 times 3, 6x squared. Plus 6 times 2, 12x plus 6 dx. So, na-create ba natin yung expression dito sa numerator? So, hindi pa. Kasi, pwede pa nating i-factor out dito yung common monomial factor nitong 6x squared, 12x, and 6. Ano yun? 6, right? So, factoring 6, so you will have 6 times quantity x squared plus 2x plus 1 dx. Okay, so therefore, naka-create na tayo ng expression na to, x squared plus 2x plus 1 dx equivalent dito. Right? So, ayaw lang natin ng 6 kasi wala naman tayong 6 sa original integral. So, divide na lang natin both sides by 6. So, magiging du over 6 is equal, so cancel, x squared plus 2x plus 1 dx. Okay, and then, substitute na natin. So, we have integral of, so, sa numerator, x squared plus 2x plus 1 dx, ito na nga yun, equivalent na lang siya sa du over 6. Okay? And then, over, so, yung nilet yun natin, diba, nilet yun natin itong 2x cubed plus 6x squared plus 6x plus 7 as u. So, magiging u to the 1/3 na lang, right? So, over u to the 1/3. So, this 1/6 constant, so, igilid nyo na lang. Okay, so, magiging 1/6 integral of du over u to the 1/3. So, gawin nyo nga negative exponent, itong u to the 1/3 sa denominator. So, magiging 1/6 integral of u to the negative 1/3 du. Okay? So, you have 1/6 times, how do you integrate this power formula? U to the negative 1/3 plus 1 over negative 1/3 plus 1 plus c. So simplify, 1/6 u to the, what is negative 1/3 plus 1? 2/3. Divided by, so 2/3 then, right? Negative 1/3 plus 1. So 1/6 times, reciprocal of 2/3 is 3/2, right? U to the 2/3 plus C. Okay? And then, simplify this fraction. So, cancel 3. 6 becomes 2. So, you now have 1/2 times 1/2, simply 1/4. U to the 2/3 plus C. And then, don't forget to transform back the U in terms of x. So, it is 2x cubed. So, copy ko na lang. So, this is our U. 2x cubed plus 6x squared plus 6x plus 7 raised to, so 1/4 raised to 2/3 plus C. Okay, so this is the final answer. Okay, so good evening sa ating 21 viewers. So shout out sa mga watchers natin ngayon. So sa mga nagsasagot din, yung mga nagko-comment. Yan, sila si Sir Michael G, si Cindy, si Banana Joe, Sander Ting. Anong year po sa college to tinuturo? Grade 1. Tinuturo to usual ngayong curriculum natin for kung engineering ka, second sem for first year, Calc 2 integral. Okay? Tapos pwede rin sa basic cal, 'di ba? Sa mga senior high may calculus din doon. Okay, so anong problem na yun? 11, tama ba? At 12. So nakaka-12 na rin pala tayo. Sige, let's have 13. 13 problem. Integral of x plus 3 times x minus 1 to the 5th dx. So how can we evaluate this? So obviously, apply U-substitution, right? So what do you think is the proper U-substitution? So take a look at the more complicated expression. So obviously, it's x minus 1, right? Because it is raised to the 5th power, right? So if we let u be equal to x minus 1, okay, then get the derivative of both sides. So what is the derivative of u? Du. Okay? Equal to, what's the derivative of x minus 1? Derivative of x, 1, minus derivative of 1, 0. Right? Then don't forget the dx. So therefore, you just have du is simply equal to dx. Right? Now, if we substitute, okay, so let's substitute. So, if you start here, x minus 1 is u. Right? U, and then it is raised to the 5th power. Then, dx. So, what is dx? In terms of du, simply what? Du lang, right? Okay. Then we still need to substitute here x plus 3. So, to solve for x, remember we must transform every variable now in terms of u. To solve for x, we can solve for x here in the substitution that we have. So, how? You just transpose this negative 1 to the left, so it will be u plus 1 equal to x, right? So, if you substitute here, it will be, what is x? U plus 1, and then there's still a plus 3. Okay? So, therefore, simplifying, you must have integral of u. So, what is 1 plus 3? Positive 4 times u to the 5th du. Okay? Now, to evaluate this, apply first distributive property. You can distribute u to the 5th to every term. You multiply u times u to the 5th, u to the 6th, right? Law of exponent. Plus 4 times u to the 5th, 4u to the 5th. Okay? Quantity times du. And then you can distribute the integral symbol together with the du. So you will have integral of u to the 6th du plus 4 constant gilid integral of u to the 5th du. Okay? So you can now apply here power rule. So integral of u to the 6th du, u to the 7th, u to the 7th over 7 plus 4 integral of u to the 5th, u to the 6th over 6. Okay, so simplify. So you will have 1/7 u to the 7 plus 4, 6. So cancel 4. 4 becomes 2. 6 becomes 3. So you just have 2/3 na lang u to the 6th plus 7. Okay, and then don't forget, transform back the u in terms of x minus 1. So therefore, the final answer is 1/7 x minus 1 raised to the 7th plus 2/3 x minus 1 raised to the 6th plus c. So this is the final answer. Okay, so this is the 13th problem. Okay, let's have the 14th. Sige, 14th problem. Integral of x square root of 4 minus x dx. So what U-substitution can we have? So we can let u, I will try to let u be equal to this whole expression, the square root of 4 minus x. Okay? And since we have a square root, it will be more complicated to differentiate this right side, right? Because you will have power formula with an exponent of 1/2, right? So to get rid that difficulty or complexity in differentiation, you can square first both sides. Okay? If you square both sides, so you will have u squared is equal to 4 minus x, right? So you will cancel. This is square root. And then, this is more easier to differentiate both sides, right? So, if we differentiate both sides, okay, so, derivative of u squared. This time, it's not simply du. You need to get the derivative of u squared now. 2u, right? Then, don't forget the du. How about here? So, derivative of 4 minus x. So, for the 4, the derivative is 0 minus derivative of x, 1. Then, dx. Okay, so you now have 2u du equal to negative dx. So, if you look at the integral, so you have dx now, but we don't want the negative. So, we can divide or multiply both sides by negative 1. It will be now negative 2u du equal to positive dx. Okay? So, let's now substitute. So, integral of, so let's start with the square root of 4 minus x. It's simply u, right? Times, how about dx? It's now equal to negative 2u du. So, negative 2u du. And then, we still need to substitute x in terms of u. So, where will you get the substitution? Here, right? So, we now have, we already have u squared is equal to 4 minus x. So, to solve for x in this equation, you can transpose. Okay, transpose this x here. Transpose this u here. So, it will become x, positive x is equal to 4 minus u squared. So, that's what we substitute here in x. In terms of u, it will be 4 minus u squared. Okay? So, therefore, you now have, so by the way, first, this negative 2 is constant. Igilid nyo na lang sa magiging negative 2 integral of 4 minus u squared times u du. Okay? So, multiply, simplify. So, negative 2 integral of 4 minus u squared. U times u squared, right? Du. And then, distribute the u squared to every term. So, magiging negative 2 integral of, so 4 times u squared, 4u squared. Okay? Plus, sorry, it should be minus. Okay? Minus u squared times u squared, it's u to the 4th. Okay? Du. And then, you can now distribute this negative 2 integral to every term together with the du. So, you will have negative 2 integral of 4u du. Then, negative 2 times negative, it will be positive 2 integral of u to the 4th du. Okay? So, here, 4 is a constant again. So, igilid nyo. So, ibig sabihin, i-multiply nyo yung negative 2 times 4. Sorry, it should be u squared. Okay? 4u squared. Distribute. Okay? Distribute the u squared. Okay? So, pag minultiply nyo yung negative 2 times 4, it will be negative 8. Okay? Integral of u squared du. Okay? Plus 2 integral of u to the 4th du. And then, evaluate the integral using power rule. So, negative 8, ano integral ng u squared du? U to the 3rd over 3. Okay? Plus 2 times, anong integral ng u to the 4th? Power formula, u to the 5th over 5 plus c. So you now have negative 8 thirds u to the 3rd plus 2 fifths u to the 5th plus c. And then don't forget, transform back the u in terms of x. So the substitution is u is equal to the square root of 4 minus x, right? So therefore you have negative 8 over 3 times 4 minus x square root of 4 minus x, then naka-raise pa sa 3, plus 2 thirds, so u is 4 minus x square root, then naka-raise sa 5th power, 2 fifths pala, sorry, 2 fifths, plus c. Okay? And you can transform in terms of fractional exponent as negative 8 thirds 4 minus x. Remember, this square root is the same as 1 half, right? So, pag minultiply nyo sa 3, 3 times 1 half, it will be 3 halves. Okay? Plus 2 fifths. Same here. So, 4 minus x raised to 1 half times 5. So, it will be raised to 5 halves. Plus c. Okay, so this is the final answer. Okay, so problem 14. Sige, let's have the 15th. Okay, let's have the last 15. Integral of square root of 4 minus square root of x dx. So, what U-substitution can we have? Okay, I will try. Sige, let's try to let u be equal to the expression inside. So, 4 minus square root of x. Okay? And then, again, you will have a complicated derivative if you have square root of x, right? So, what can we do here is we can solve for x in terms of u. Let's manipulate the equation. So, if I transpose this square root of x to the left and this u to the right, so I will have positive square root of x is equal to 4 minus u. Okay? And then, to eliminate the square root of x, we can square both sides. So, x now, so cancel the square root, right? 4 minus u, quantity squared. Okay? And then, this is now easier to differentiate, right? We get rid of the radical. So, differentiating both sides, what's the derivative of x? Simply dx. How about here? So, this time, you can apply power rule with chain rule because you have 4 minus u quantity squared. So, what's the chain rule? So, bring down the exponent of 2 here. Then, 4 minus u. Bring minus 1, the exponent. So, 2 minus 1, 1. Or simply, 4 minus u na lang. Then, you still need to get the derivative of the inside. So, what's the derivative of 4 minus u? Derivative of 4 is 0, constant, right? Minus, what's the derivative of u? Negative 1. Okay, and then don't forget the du. So, you now have dx is equal to, so 2 times 0 minus 1, so negative 1, times 2, negative 2, right? 4 minus u du. Okay, and then if I distribute this negative 2, so I will have negative 8 plus 2u times du. Or arrange ko na lang, unahin ko itong 2u minus 8 du. Okay? So, let's now substitute. Sige. So, kopyahin ko tong original integral. So, meron na tayong integral square root of 4 minus, ano yung square root of x? So, kanina, sinolve natin, di ba, square root of x is, without the square, 4 minus u. Okay, don't forget to put quantity. And what is dx? Dx is this expression, right? 2u minus 8 raised times du. Okay, so simplify. So, square root of, distribute the negative, it will be 4 minus 4 plus u. So, you can cancel 4 minus 4, it's 0. So, meron ka na lang square root of u. Okay? Times 2u minus 8 du. And then, transform this u raised to, square root of u in terms of fractional exponent, it's u raised to 1/2 times the quantity 2u minus 8 du. So, you can distribute u raised to 1/2. So, u raised to 1/2 times 2u, 2 to the, 2 times u raised to, so add the exponent, 1/2 plus 1, 1 and 1/2 or 3/2. Right? And then, minus u to the 1/2 times negative 8 u to the 1/2. And then, times du. Okay, so you can distribute the integral symbol together with the du. So, magiging ng u to the 3/2 du, u to the 3/2 plus 1 over 3/2 plus 1. Minus 8, how about integral ng u to the 1/2 du? U to the 1/2 plus 1 over 1/2 plus 1 and then plus c. So, simplify nyo yung mga fractions. So, 2 times u, what is 3/2 plus 1? It's 1 and 3/2 are an improper. It's 5/2, right? Divided by 3/2 plus 1 is also 5/2. Minus 8, u to the, how about 1/2 plus 1? 1 and 1/2 or 3/2. Okay, divided by 1 and 1/2 plus 1 also 3/2. Plus c. And then, multiply 2 times, you get the reciprocal of 5/2, 2/5. Okay? U to the 5/2 minus 8, reciprocal of 3/2, 2/3. Okay? U to the 3/2 plus c. Okay, and then, simplify 2 times 2/5, 4/5. U to the 5/2 minus 8 times 2/3, 16 over 3, u to the 3/2 plus c. And finally, just transform back the u in terms of x. So, ano ba yun? Ang nilet u natin is eto, 4 minus square root of x. So, therefore, the final answer will be 4/5 times u, 4 minus square root of x, okay, raised to 5/2, minus 16 over 3, 4 minus square root of x, raised to 3/2, plus c. Okay, so this is the final answer. Okay, so This will be, this is our 15 problems already. Okay, so yung live natin ngayon is integral calculus. Okay, so sige, end na natin ngayon yung live. So, nakapag-solve din tayo ng 15 problems. So, trial live lang natin to for integral calculus. So, kung may integral calculus kayo and then nakapanood kayo ng live, so sana nakatulong ito. So, basic integration lang naman itong naging live natin. So, particularly with the use of U-substitution. Okay? So, mahalaga ito kasi kahit basic integration, gagamitin nyo pa rin ito kahit nakapunta na kayo sa complex or yung mga advanced integration techniques. Okay, so wag nyo itong iti-take for granted. Okay, so i-master nyo talaga itong basic integration natin. Okay, so sige, maraming salamat sa nanood. So end na natin yung live and let's see kung mag-live pa tayo next dito sa YouTube. Okay? So, bye-bye.